All right, welcome back to Kingdom Cast. This is your host, Bad Love Chuck. We're back at it again with another episode of Kingdom Cast. Welcome to Red Friday, the divisional round edition. Man, things have been heated all across the board between these two fan bases, between us and Bills Mafia all week long. Bills Mafia, man, I didn't know they were this bad at tweeting. Uh, and we're going to get into all of that, man. And then, of course, we're going to get into the matchup, seeing how the Chiefs can complete stop number two of the revenge tour. But let me introduce everybody here. Top right hand corner is my guy Country. Bottom left of the screen is Boogie. And then our post game correspondent has some time to herself tonight. So we welcome back Kylie to the show.
Kylie Manning.
What's up?
Kylie. But yeah, man. I'm excited about this matchup, man. Just the fact that Bills Mafia started all this nonsense. I mean, it's got me pretty fired up, and just the stuff leading up to the game. I just feel like we're gonna be able to handle business. But first off, man, let's get the social media stuff out the way, man. Like, I get one to talk trash. You know what I mean? I like it's a part of fandom. Talk trash to your opponent before the game. Say a little piece or whatever. But when you get personal, dog, like that's when it goes too far. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, Kyle, sorry about that, man. Anyway, but anyway, man, like this one Bills chick, like I never said a word to her or anything. Like I didn't know like she took a shot at Patrick Mahomes girl and they kid. I mean, I was asleep at the time, but then when I woke up, I seen it, and then she blocked me, and like I never really said anything to her, but I'm glad I'm blocked anyway because this chick was wild, man. Like when you go that far, that's when it gets out of hand, man. So I mean, what was your guys' initial reaction when you saw that?
When you go that far that you already know your team about to lose, so you already just going to the lowest level you can go. That means you scared of your team already. So Bills fans are already beat before they go in this game. No matter what they talking about and how confident they
No,
appear, I think they already beat. Um, Cause why you gonna punch a baby? Like, what is wrong with you?
that's
Right.
wild, man. That's
What's up with
I,
the
disgusting.
no? Punching the baby is bad.
yeah, I
Sneaking in
read it a
sweet
couple times.
potatoes. Sneaking in sweet potatoes is what is that about? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. What
They
does
talking
that
about putting them
even
at they
mean?
they talking about putting
Some
them at they
lucky
butt and
charm.
stuff. Like,
Oh, geez.
Hey, bro, look, we don't promote violence. We don't promote that type of stuff. If you see somebody with a sweet potato and arrowhead, just fire off on them because they
What
tripping, bro. They crazy. They
what's the
shouldn't be
sweet
there.
potato mean again?
It's like a
They
lucky
said
charm or something.
oh,
dude
that's
I
said
what
he
that
think.
wanted to
deal is.
sneak in sweet potatoes. There's only
That's
one
I
way
think
you can
someone
sneak
like at a
in sweet.
previous game. Yeah, there's something with a sweet potato, and it's like latched on to the entire fan base, and now they're bringing sweet potatoes.
This is
Oh,
another bad one,
Silly.
dude. Before we even
that
knew
was
what time
Yes.
crazy.
before we even knew what time the game was, a fan was tweeting NFL officiate.
before we
Hmm.
even knew the officiating crew. We didn't know who the officiating crew was,
Yeah, that's funny.
and they said this stuff.
I mean,
Uh,
I'll say this: like I
Facts.
knew some dirty fan bases, but I was shocked a lot this week by some of the things I was hearing from Bills fans. I did not know that was the kind of fan base that they were, or that I know they're not all bad, but who? It was a rough week. They were all over everybody.
Sweet potatoes and dildos.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
to throw one of them on the field, man. I'm gonna be disappointed.
my gosh. Man, listen, dog. Bills
Crazy as
Mafia.
shit.
I didn't think it was this weird, but they definitely the weirdest fan base in the National Football League. Like
They
I've never
jumped through
seen a
tables, Chuck.
yeah, man, but I didn't think they would be even more extreme than that, dog. Like this is way beyond just crashing into some tables. Like it's crazy to me, man. And I know two Bills
Uh,
fans personally, and they don't act this crazy, dog. They some cool guys, but the rest of these Bills fans that I'm seeing on the timeline, they They insane,
The,
bro.
the table thing is cool. Like that's fun. We all grew up watching wrestling, most of us.
Right.
I wouldn't do it, but it looks fun. But
Yeah, I ain't
sweet
doing that.
potatoes, hidden babies, laser pointers. What else they been done this week? Dildos. Um, it's I, I don't know, bro.
I'm sorry. The dildo was killing. The dildo still kills me to this day, bro. Like
What is that
that was
about?
that was, that was just random, man. And I think it's the second time that's happened in their stadium, dog. Cause they threw a dildo on the on the field before.
Oh shit.
Chuck,
What's going on between Titans and Bengals fans? I saw
yeah.
that pop up. I didn't know they were beefing. I mean, you could guess, but
They got something going on too. 'Cause I ain't even seen anything.
I don't know.
It seems like
Just
it's pretty
popped up
quiet
on
over
me.
there.
Yeah, I don't.
But Boogie, man, Boogie. I mean, what was your thoughts, man? You ain't really said nothing for real
That,
about it.
I mean, doing that, talking about kids. That them be them fake accounts, man. They be doing that stuff. They don't talk like that in real life, man.
Yeah.
That's just that Twitter stuff, man. You know them fake accounts. Some
Yeah,
people
the
don't be really
bots.
like that, man. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
don't
Like
know,
shit
I
just
man.
for
said,
attention, man.
if you got to stoop
That's
to those
crazy.
type of levels, you already beat. You know what I'm saying? As a fan, you already beat. I gotta talk about your quarterback's girlfriend, your quarterback brother, your quarterback mama, and then come to find out, Josh Allen family just as crazy as Pat Mahomes family.
The TikToks. Man, they TikToks is wild, man. I said, oh my goodness, dog.
So one of the Bengals reporters intentionally fired up Titans fan base and it snowballed from there.
Oh, I must have missed that, Kyle.
I
So
miss.
I don't follow.
If you was a Titans fan though, a Titan and Bengals fan, are you a little pissed off that nobody's talking about your game for real?
I mean, some of them. I mean, some of them probably are pissed off. You know what I mean? Because I watched good football, good morning football this morning, just on a random. And you know, Kyle Brandt brought up the fact that the Titans are getting slept on still, and nobody thinks they attractive football team to watch. You know, nobody's really interested in watching them and stuff like that. And then he said all that in the end to say that the Titans going to beat the Bengals this week. So you know, if I'm a Bills fan, I'm not really. I mean, if I'm a Titans fan, I'm not really concerned about that. You know, like you know how good of a football team you have. You know how good of a coach you have. You know, the coach. I think Vrabel is undefeated coming off a bye. So yeah, man, if I'm a Titans fan, I wouldn't really worry about that little stuff.
Because it seemed like Willie Gay's news was bigger than Derrick Henry being activated, which I think Derrick Henry is more impact on the game. Willie Gay is going to be an impact on the game, but I think Derrick Henry being active is bigger news than what happened with Willie Gay. So we'll get into the Willie Gay thing in a couple minutes, but
I don't. You think that's bigger? We already knew Derrick Henry was gonna play anyway. That wasn't no
Yeah.
surprise.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, they've been prepping him and practicing the past few weeks, just getting ready for this game. Like, yeah, and
That's
yeah,
something to
Kyle,
keep your eye on.
he's still limping a little bit, you know what I mean? But I think as the game goes along, you know, the adrenaline kicks in, and I don't think it's gonna be that big of a factor, in my opinion. So
I've been
we'll see what
saying for
happens.
weeks, bro. Don't expect the same Derrick Henry, bro. I don't know why. Everybody think Derrick Henry just gonna step like. I mean, I believe it when I see it. I'll see it when I believe it.
We'll see what happens, man. But
Yeah, he's been out a long time. Who knows? He might not
It's been
have
out
it.
of while.
And then to come back in such an intense atmosphere like the playoffs, like you're not just coming back like week 5, like you're thrown right back in. So who knows? When's that game? Tomorrow? That's it. It's tomorrow,
Yep.
right?
the very first
Oh,
game in the
bro.
afternoon.
Okay, how much of an advantage is it that prior to kickoff, we'll know exactly who we facing next week? Is there any
Oh,
type of advantage for us?
I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of advantage.
I think it's an
I'll say
advantage.
Go ahead, Kylie.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think it's an advantage, but I think it could also be a disadvantage. You don't want to overlook the current opponent and start thinking about, oh, well, if we win this and we're going to go play the Bengals here or whatever it ends up being. But I mean, so I think it could be an advantage because you have something to go after if you end up knowing that you're the home field advantage and it is the Bengals. But at the same time, then are you looking past like the current mission? So either way.
I'll go out on a limb and say if the Bengals win tomorrow, we definitely win it. Like, there's no way we lose. If the Bengals win, you might as well just book Kansas City, bro. Books called. Books, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, ain't no way.
So book your flights to LA, huh? Just get it going already.
I'm not saying they're gonna automatically beat the
I
Bengals,
agree, Caleb.
but man,
I got the Bengals.
Oh, so man,
Bengals are the media darlings right now, and they've been getting a lot of good calls. They've been getting a lot of unfair calls. They've been getting a lot of love from the NFL. So maybe they building up that matchup because really, if you put it on a paper, Chiefs versus Titans at Tennessee versus Chiefs versus Bengals at Arrowhead. Which one sound better? Which one would you want to watch? You know, you feel what I'm saying?
All of them go sell. Even if Josh Allen winning, it's Josh Allen versus Burrow. That's still big. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
My thing is this,
Tennessee
man.
just don't have that. They don't have that shine on their name, and that could be motivation enough for them to go all the way to the Super Bowl. Who knows? But
Yeah.
yeah.
So, me and Boogie was been on the Tennessee train before the season even started. We've been on the Tennessee train since the beginning. And my thing is this, Bengals and Chiefs, it definitely sounds a lot cooler. You know what I mean? You know, people know the names more. People remember that matchup in the regular season. All that stuff, man. But at the end of the day, man, I just can't go against Vrabel on a bye week. And on top of that, man, like losing, you about to find out how big of a loss Larry Ogunjobi is for the Bengals because he was like their run stopping defensive tackle, and I think the Titans could take advantage of that and get physical with them. Also, like even if Derrick Henry doesn't get a complete full workload, like Tannehill and AJ Brown, they got the chemistry around the passing game, and then just having Julio Jones out there just as a threat, open things up even more in the offense a little bit. So at the end of the day, man, I think the Titans just gonna be too physical, man, and their defense is underrated. Like they don't people don't talk about their defense enough, man. Like you got Jeffrey Simmons, you got the Micro Autry, Bud Dupree, they pass rushing specialist, Kenny Byard, playing center field. So yeah, man, the Titans they just built to make sort of a run here. So
yeah. How do you guys feel about a lot of people saying that like the winner of the Chiefs Bills game is automatically going to the Super Bowl? Like they're totally dismissing Bengals Titans, saying that this is basically the AFC Championship.
I don't agree.
And do you agree with that?
No, you can't dismiss any team, man. You can't dismiss any team like that.
Right.
And I forgot to mention, like, just like the Bengals were due to win a playoff game for the first time in 1990, the Titans are due to finally win a playoff game at home for their first time in like 20 years or so. So I think the Titans are due, man.
I think Burrow's just too hot right now. Like that, yeah. I just think right now he just in the groove to where to be close. Tannehill won't make them plays. Burrow will.
And if you're going off the last time we seen the Titans, the Texans, they got out to a big lead and the Texans got back in it. If the Texans would have had a better quarterback or whatever, they would have won that game. Like they were still threatening to win that game. Titans haven't like really dominated somebody in a long time.
Yeah,
but like I said, if you believe in the conspiracy, and you get Josh Allen, Mahomes, then you follow that up with Mahomes versus Burrow.
Yeah, my thing is this, man. Like, young quarterbacks making their first road start, usually doesn't fair. Well, that's just me. There's nothing against Burrow too. There's nothing against Burrow. You know what I mean? I'm sure Burrow, he may have a decent game still, but I just don't think it's gonna be enough.
It's an
Yeah,
even match. It ain't like it's a 50-50. Titans is good, man.
yeah, Titans are
Like you
good.
said, I've been telling you Titans is good. We've been on that all year. I hopped off. I think Burrow will go get them, but Titans is a good team. They definitely can win it all 4 teams.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go
Well,
ahead.
they're
And,
gonna have to stop Jamar Chase, which apparently he's invisible. Because, like, I don't understand it. Teams are gonna have to adjust, and yeah,
I got see
Watch
see if
for
they
the
can stop
push.
him. Watch for that too. Yeah.
trust me, Vrabel is gonna have something for Jamal Chase. Trust me, he ain't no Spags, man. I think they're gonna double him, have a safety over the top, make sure he don't get no big plays off. So, but let's go ahead and transition over to Willie Gay, man. Let's go ahead and get back to our Chiefs. Willie Gay, he got arrested for misdemeanor property damage. He was out in Overland Park. He was at his son's house visiting. You know, him and baby moms got in an argument, and the only thing that was broken was a vacuum. No human was hurt or anything. So that's a good sign there. So it looks like it was just minor. Like the entire ordeal was just minor. Willie Gay, he posted on IG, said he wanted to just be there for his son. He just wanted to see his son, spend time with him, and who knows how the argument got started, man. But at the end of the day, he's gonna play. Andy Reid said that Ralph Rip, like he's gonna play. We gonna basically handle that stuff in the off season. So, what is your guys' reaction to the news when that first came up?
Terrible timing. Terrible timing. And it's just, it happens like that. I don't have a baby mama. Thank God. I feel if y'all got baby mamas or whatever. But it's just bad timing, bro. In a situation like this, you already tense. You're in the playoffs. It's your first playoffs. You missed last year. You know what I'm saying? So you already on edge. Just want to see your son. And y'all get into a petty argument probably. It was probably something small. And then before you know it, it blew up into this thing. And now you're in a situation and it's a distraction. And I think it's gonna help him though. Because I think he's gonna focus that anger, that embarrassment, all that onto the field, and we're gonna need him on Sunday.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was really unfortunate, like to wake up to that news. Obviously, you're like, well, shit. And I, like naturally, as a fan, I selfishly was like, well, shit. I hope he can still play. But I mean, it is still his personal life, and there is a kid involved, and there is, there are other people involved, and so I think ultimately, I'm glad he's playing, but I hope that he continues because he's had a history of talking about his mental struggles. So I just hope that he continued to better himself. But as a fan, I'm really happy he's playing. So.
Yeah, he talked about how his mental health was effed up before, like a couple of months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit after the
Isn't
carjacking
his son?
incident.
His son was like sick when he was born or something like that. It wasn't like the perfect birth or something like that. I heard somebody on the radio saying that. So around that same time that he tweeted his mental health was kind of crazy. His son was being born around that time. I'm not for sure, so I ain't gonna even say that. So never mind.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle just commented and said there was complications. So
Right,
so
which
yeah.
would throw your mental health off on top of you being injured. And
Mm-hmm.
then Willie Gay had gotten to the point where he would do something and he'd get hurt, and then do something, then he'd get hurt. Because he was in that back and forth at that time. I remember us talking about it. So, yeah, that probably did screw up his mental. Then on top of that, your son is sick and being born as your first kid, you're 23 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got a whole new life. He's never really been out of Mississippi before. You're in a new town. A lot of expectations on you. And I mean, I can see that being rough for anybody, any man, any human.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy he playing though, man.
Oh yeah,
Said nobody
definitely.
got hurt.
Definitely.
I mean, they
That
that's his
that was
personal business,
the
man.
reaction was like and then it was like, thank God nobody got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because somebody would have got. We don't need that type of distraction. We don't need the Super Bowl replay over again.
I'm
So
about to say, we always
Man.
have something every year though. Like
Yeah.
we done had something every year we done dealt with. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
we kind of used to it, man.
yeah, and we got a type of team that can deal with those distractions, internalize them, and put them out on the field. In my
Yeah,
opinion, I
they
think
built like that.
The Super Bowl was different because it was Andy Reid's son, and that was just too much.
A lot.
And I think it might not have been the major factor in the game, but it definitely played a factor in the game.
Yeah, and then
That
on
was
top of
just
that,
too close.
that same week, the team barber got COVID a few days
Yeah,
earlier.
Oh,
That was
I
yeah.
that
forgot
was a
about that.
wild week.
Yeah,
That was a wild Super Bowl week, man.
yeah.
Yeah, it was destiny.
Yeah.
But what I got on the subject is this, man. Just like everybody has said, I mean, I'm glad nobody was hurt. I'm glad he didn't put his hands on his baby moms and all that. You know what I mean? If he were to take it out something, he took it out on the vacuum. I mean, which is random, but it is what it is. But like people was in my mentions yesterday talking about don't hold back. Say something right away. Blah blah blah. Like man, listen. The reason why I ain't saying anything right away because sometimes you just gotta know when to shut the fuck up and let everything play out. You know what I mean? Like there could have been some more details behind this, and that's why I didn't say anything yesterday.
Come
That's
on,
why I kept
Chuck.
my thoughts yesterday. Like, come
Hey,
on, man.
and we know how that Tyreek stuff happened too. Remember how they
Exactly. I
rushed
was
that
about to
out?
get into that. I was just about to get into that. The Tyreek Hill situation. I kept my mouth shut on that until all the details came out, and then in the end, Tyreek was really innocent. So this could have been the same situation. That's my
Yeah,
argument. But hopefully Willie Gay, you know what I mean. Hopefully his mentals is back right. You know what I mean. But this
Mm-hmm.
is something that we are gonna have to monitor because what I've been told, what I've been told is that he can be hot and cold. You know what I mean. Like one moment he's one of the nicest guys you can meet, and then the next moment he'll just snap. You know what I mean. So he's kind of bipolar for what I've heard. So that's just something the Chiefs is going to have to monitor moving forward with him. Make sure he's good. Check on him, make sure his mental's in the right place and everything.
yeah, and we got a good locker room, bro. We got some
Yeah.
good vets. We got Ingram, Tyron,
Hitchens.
Pat, Andy, Hitch. We got good vets. Most of them are
Yeah.
good. 9 out of 10 ain't bad, Boogie. 9 out of 10. But we got good guys that can pull him through. And then you look at Willie Gay on the field. Willie Gay brings so much energy on the
Mm-hmm.
sideline. I don't even know how he play football because he be jumping, dancing, screaming. His lights up is crazy. Like he
Yeah.
brings super energy, and you can tell when Willie Gay is not playing because the energy don't look the same. When he out there playing, it look different. You know what I'm saying? So we need him to be hot, or I don't know if it's hot or cold, but we need him to be in a good spot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
yeah,
to
Mm-hmm.
internalize this, and then he can't go see his son right now. So I know that brings you down. So he got to channel that anger in a positive way. And Josh Allen is the perfect place to put it.
Yeah, we definitely need him this week out of any week.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh
Somebody
yeah.
said he the X factor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Caleb, I see Caleb's comment. Hope he visits the Bills as vacuums. It's wild. But yeah, the snap count is going to be interesting. I'm interested to see
Uh-huh.
what percentage of the snaps he's going to play because he definitely got to ramp that up this week for
Yeah.
Josh
What
Allen.
24 last week?
Yeah,
17.
Oh,
17?
yeah,
yeah.
percentage
Bet
pretty
the
low.
over.
What
Give or
Bet the
Yeah,
so.
over on that one.
and I wasn't really upset that he didn't really play that much because like we was just whooping on the Steelers so bad that
yeah.
we didn't really need him out there like that.
Yeah.
Defense as a
Right.
unit was playing great.
That's the thing. Like I don't think he was really needed last week in that situation because Ben wasn't gonna run nowhere. What was
Right.
he gonna do with
He a
Ben?
statue. He's a
Right.
statue. So
Ben was ready to go
No.
home. Like
Oh yeah.
that whole speech that Ben made, everybody was like, was he just kidding? No, he was serious. They better than us. I'm just gonna go out there and have fun. Cause this is it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like this is it. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't really need Willie Gay in that game last week, bro. Like people just you gotta complain. It's just like I was talking about, they were saying DK Metcalf is up for a trade. He's a trade candidate this year. So I'm like, yo, if the Chiefs get DK Metcalf, what you gonna complain about now? And G said, I'll find something to it's like
There's
that's how
always
fans are.
something.
We just need to have something to be mad about. Just
Yeah.
give me a little bit of something to motivate me to be mad about. But man, Willie Gay not playing a lot of snaps last week was not a big deal at all. Like if you're complaining about that, you just complain.
yep.
Yeah. And I don't
Just
think
complain
that'll
to
be
be
the
complaining.
case this weekend.
Kyle, he never said it was fun for him. It was fun for us, baby.
I hope.
Who cares?
But yeah, man. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to the injury report of this game. Looks like we're good to go here as far as the injury report. Is anybody?
Sleep.
No Fenton, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
sleep.
yeah.
Sleep didn't practice all week.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably be out.
Yeah. Sleep's gonna be gone for another week. It
Daryl
looked
Williams,
like
I wonder if he playing.
yeah.
Didn't B Will practice earlier in the week though?
Yeah, but how? No, he just
It,
practiced once.
Oh, just once.
yeah. It was limited though. You know.
Yeah, Reed said something about that too. He said he only practiced one day. Let's see how he looks tomorrow.
Yeah.
Paraphrasing something like that.
So
Oh, he
Rashad
was
Penny's
limited today. Okay. I'm
yeah.
not
So
mad at a backfield of Clyde, Jay, and Gore. I'm not really mad about that as a
right.
backfield. If we went into the game with that backfield, I'm not really mad about that.
No. Especially after how McKinnon did last weekend against the Steelers. I know they're different defenses, but he's ready. McKinnon season. I'm for it.
Yeah. With Sleep probably being out, we just gonna assume he's out.
hmm
Where do you put Mike Hughes? Can he
Gotta
guard
put
Cole Beasley?
He not a slot. Beasley in the
Nah.
slot.
Yeah,
So I
he
think
gotta be
that's mainly
a
gonna be Snead's assignment mainly. But the thing I'm concerned about as far as the secondary is where Isaiah McKenzie is lined up because all of a sudden the Bills they using Isaiah McKenzie in the backfield, kind of like how the Niners are using Debo Samuel. I seen last week when they played the Patriots, they ran a GT counter with Isaiah McKenzie, and McKenzie had some good yardage out of that. So I mean that's just one thing to look out for because they line them up everywhere now since the Bills got their full receiving quarterback.
I would be careful where I put Mike Hughes in. If yeah,
It's only
Mike
one
Hughes,
spot he can go.
he gonna need a good game this week. Because he
Yeah,
might be the target.
He don't play the slot at all. It's only one spot he gonna be able to be at.
yeah, he's an outside guy, man. Like him and Ward, they the outside guys, and then it would be Snead and so I mean, who's our other corner? Like, because Baker ain't been playing, he's still been
Baker
active.
actually played versus Pittsburgh a little bit. I don't know if
Oh
that was
yeah,
towards the
Mm.
end,
might
but I
be
think
towards the end.
he
Yeah.
got some snaps in Pittsburgh. Kyle, how many snaps did Baker get versus Pittsburgh? He probably got 10, 20 snaps, something like that.
Yeah, I thought he was inactive, but yeah, I must have missed that. But yeah, man. But yeah, Snead he'll mainly handle the slot assignments. But yeah, we'll have to just got to determine the other positions, you know, the other DBs in that situation. You might see Tyree come up in there a little bit, maybe. Um, but really, at the end, dog, the key to be slowing down the Bills' offense is getting pressure on Josh Allen. Like getting pressure on Josh Allen and being disciplined in your rush lanes because Josh Allen is most dangerous when he's running the football. And I think if you get Josh Allen rolling to his left, that's where he's most ineffective. Like if he got to throw on the run towards his left, I think the Chiefs got some opportunities to get some turnovers off of him.
That's a valid point right there. The best thing about this game is the injury report is not as bad as it was week 5.
Right.
Look, we got Chris Jones. Mooney's gonna play. Who else has missed that game? Willie Gay's first game back after being out. Melvin Ingram wasn't there. So
I do
if
think
Chris
y'all
Jones have a
underestimating
game,
Buffalo,
then we
man.
in business. Go ahead, Boogie. I'm sorry.
I do think y'all underestimating Buffalo.
In what way?
I think y'all kind of overlooking Buffalo a little bit.
I'm not
I don't think I'm overlooking Buffalo.
I'm not overlooking them. Like the Bills, for what I've seen on field, they run some of the same concepts we do on offense. Like I remember another play, they ran like a post and an over, and then they ran something underneath, and that's similar to what we do because we run the underneath with Travis Kelce, and then we run like the post with Tyreek, and then we have like either McCole. We also have McCole running deep too. So I mean that's just some of the concepts they run as well. And it goes back to, Sean McDermott being on Andy Reid's coaching staff. I mean, I know he's more of a defensive guy, but I'm sure him and Dabo might have talked about putting a little implement some of that stuff into their offense as well. So, I mean, both defenses, they pretty familiar with what these offenses run. And that's going to be an interesting chess matchup.
Josh Allen killed us in the pocket last game.
Thank you, Kyle.
Right. But I think if he's bad against the blitz. So if we blitz him, like that's when we're going to get to Josh Allen. And if we can get to him and come out with intensity early on and we can rattle him, like I think that's going to be the key is who's going to come out like with the most intensity right away. Like we can't start like we started against Pittsburgh. Absolutely not. Like it has to be more intensity than that.
I was worried about Buffalo until I heard this on the radio. Might have been A10, might have been Matt Verderame or whatever. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong.
Verderame. Yeah.
The Bills, the best 2 quarterbacks they played was Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. They haven't played good quarterbacks in weeks. And just because you beat up on the Patriots, they killed the Patriots. Like, no, we're not going to disrespect that at all. They did anything they wanted to do against the Patriots, but that was 3 times. You've seen them 3 times in the last 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not totally impressed with their wins coming in. Now, what they did was amazing, bro. You can't discount that. But they haven't really played anybody, bro. Like they've been getting off playing on these bums. They got the 32nd ranked schedule. They got the easiest schedule in the league. Like, yeah. Chuck, don't try to pronounce the name and then butcher it. Thank you, Kyle.
I could have swore he said it like that on the Spaces that he hosts, but I could be wrong. But anyway,
I just think that really the real thing about this and why I'm so confident in Kansas City is Patrick Mahomes. I think that week 5 he got embarrassed. I think he had a terrible game. I think that it wasn't right, and then they've been talking a lot. So he's focused, bro. Like Patty Mahomes is activated. You see what happened when Pittsburgh scored. I don't even think it's gonna have to. Buffalo ain't gonna even have to score like Pittsburgh had to score to wake them up. It's just gonna be from the gate, bro, from the jump. I think Pat want to win this game more than he want to win. Yeah, I mean, this is just man. He's so focused right now, bro. Like, am I tripping?
Man. No,
am I
you're not tripping. No, you're not tripping at all. And it's like, here's the thing: the Bills' defense, they really gonna be hurting for the loss of Trey White. I think we could definitely take advantage of that. I've been seeing people say that Tyreek's due for a big game because Tyreek, he hasn't scored against the Bills. In all the matchups the Chiefs have gone against the Bills, he hasn't gotten the end zone, which is wild. Knowing him because he usually knows how to get in the end zone, no problem. And then it's like, and to me, like for what I've seen, the Chiefs they got back in rhythm on offense. I think they could take advantage of the Bills maybe being a little bit undisciplined at times, in my opinion. I think you could pick on a guy like Tremaine Edmonds because I've seen it before. Like in the AFC Championship game, we took advantage of Tremaine Edmonds being out of position. I think he was guarding Kelsey on one play, and Kelsey had a big game. So we can take advantage of some stuff like that.
McCole had a good game against Buffalo. That was like one of the first games they was trying to get McCole the ball. I think he gonna have a big game. He didn't had a couple good games back to back. I think he gonna have a nice game this week.
Especially now that we know how to use them efficiently.
Yeah,
As
McCole.
McCole, is McCole starting to turn the corner a little bit, or are we still kind of early on that?
No, he is. Sure.
I think he's turned the corner, and I also think that they're using him in the ways that benefit him rather than trying to force him into like a wide receiver 2 role. Like using him more in the backfield, using him more on screen. So, yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I think they're adjusting to him, and he kind of got maybe his feelings hurt when he was benched.
So we agree he was effectively benched during the middle of the season. And ever since then, where he was getting 9 snaps, he was getting Josh Gordon snaps.
Yeah.
McCollum been bouncing back. He had good games, multiple good games since then. So I think he's going to be a big key Sunday. And if you start to focus on McCollum too much, then there goes Tyreek.
Yep. And like and
D-Rob, we're not mentioning D-Rob had a good game, and Byron Pringle, everybody stepping their game up, man. When them playoffs started, bro, I think Pat sat down and was like, yo, it's time. Here we go. This is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kyle just said it right there. Kyle just said it right there. Yeah, he wasn't locked in. He wasn't locked in all the way.
Yeah. Well, and I keep hearing, they're going to shut Kansas City down because they can shut down Tyreek and Kelsey, and they don't really have any other weapons. But then, like you just said it, like we threw to 8 different receivers last weekend. Like we've got D-Rob, Pringle. You can't guard them all. And then whenever you're focused, you're looking left, we're looking right, and then Tyreek opens up. So.
Yeah, and like I see Chuffers other comment. He talking about how the Chiefs are using McCole in the backfield too. Now, let's talk about this trend that's currently going on with that. Now we did this before when Alex Smith was a quarterback. We had Tyreek lined up in the backfield, but it wasn't as frequent like how these current teams are doing now. Like the Niners, they started doing it frequently with Deebo Samuel. And now all of a sudden, you're seeing a few other teams implement they wide receiver in the backfield at times. You're starting to see Buffalo Bills do that. We kind of using that with McCole now. I mean, what you guys think of this trend, man? Like, it's just another example of the NFL being a copycat league again. So, I mean, what you guys think about this wide receiver being the backfield concept that's been going on these past few weeks?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You know what it is.
Yes, yeah. It seems like it's pretty effective. Just for guys that have the ability to take punishment. They got the speed and are compact and can take punishment. That they just so dangerous and they give defense coordinators headaches nightly trying to figure out how to stop those guys.
We did it against Buffalo earlier in the season.
I can't remember exactly what play it was, but we might have.
And they put so much crazy stuff on film versus Pittsburgh that man, I don't know. You ain't no telling what Buffalo gonna do. I mean, Kansas City gonna do. All of the trick plays worked except the McCall thing, and I think I agree with Kyle. That was more Debo fault, but I mean D Will fault, but.
Yeah.
They might go back to that again just to see what it's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Just to get them thinking.
Use it
So
with McCall, not Tyreek.
I mean, you can
use it
use it
with
with Tyreek.
McCall.
You can use it with Tyreek. You can definitely use it with Tyreek. I mean, they did it up. The Chiefs did it last week in the Pittsburgh game. They had Tyreek lined up in the backfield, and Patrick just jumped it off in the middle of the field, and Tyreek flipped in the end zone.
Would you do Wildcat with Tyreek though?
I don't like the Wildcat period, man. Leave that alone.
It's only
I'm
good when it works. If it don't work, it's like, man, don't do that no more.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Boogie on that. You know, it's that Wildcat it just look basic as hell now. You know what I mean? Like defenses, they still know how to stop that. So
Yeah. I'm glad they let Travis throw so he don't have to throw no more. Even though Travis can actually throw the ball. But
Yeah.
I don't want to see it no more. I'm sorry, man.
it's a difference between throwing it and being accurate with it. Yeah, first two times, man, he wasn't even close to being accurate. At least this time, he had an easy opportunity. It was near the end zone, so it's like there's no way you can mess that up. Especially when you had like two options to go to on that play. You had Patrick on the outside, and then you had Pringle in the middle of the field. So
What about Blake Bell though? He was a quarterback in college.
yeah, I mean I think they used Blake Bell before at
For,
quarterback on the play.
for
Yeah.
the 3rd and 1,
Yeah.
4th and 1.
Yeah. Oh, if it's 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 and you see Michael Burton come on field, you already know what we about to do.
Yeah.
You already know. You already know what he about to do. I didn't know McCall played quarterback in high school. That's stuff.
Yeah, you got a lot of guys on the offense that used to play quarterback in high school and some college. So this makes it interesting for Andy Reid to put some more wrinkles in the playbook. Now, my thing is this. You mentioned Michael Burton. I would love for the Chiefs to use him more often moving forward because at the end of the day, man, I don't care what anybody says. In the playoffs, you need to run the ball. Like, running the ball is still going to be key for us to get back to the bowl. And last week, we did a good job with Jerry McKinnon. You know what I mean? He doing his thing and everything. And I think we definitely going to need to continue to do that this week. Whether it's Clyde, whether it's Derek Gordon, whoever's in the backfield, we definitely gonna need to use Michael Burton a little more often moving forward, in my opinion.
And we seen him catch a little bit too. So every so often, Anthony Sherman would catch a crazy touchdown. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think he's more athletic and faster than the sausage.
Yeah. He definitely
Mitch
is.
Holtz calls him bratwurst, bro. That's funny as hell. I don't know why, but he just.
I mean, Mitch is a legend, man. Mitch is a legend out here, so
But like, and we're gonna get to it, Paul. When Travis is getting the ball and then Nick Allegretti is catching touchdowns, you know Andy Reid is in his bag, bro. Like when it gets to that type of thing, he in his bag, bro. And I think they've been waiting all season. You know what I'm saying? They walked through that last Denver game, and they woke now, bro. And Buffalo, I think if any game was circled, Buffalo was circled. Like we gotta get to Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Or whether they come in here, we going there. We gotta play them.
What we doing about Knox?
You said what we doing about Knox?
What we do about Knox?
Man, I mean, it goes back to me saying that the Bills got everybody back in their receiving core, man. Like, it's kind of tough, really, because the Chiefs, they've been kind of against tight ends this year. I mean, that's one matchup where we might lose in, but at the same time, hopefully there's some adjustments made. It just kind of depends on how the game's gonna go, really, because the Bills, they can use all their receivers in so many different ways. You know what I mean? They can spread you out with 5 receivers. They can spread you out with Knox, and then it's the top 4 receivers on the depth chart. Or they can spread you out, have 4 receivers, and have McKenzie in the backfield. They can do a bunch of different things to try to create different mismatches.
Okay, so here's the question: did Knox really have a great game with us, or did Dirty Dan have such a terrible game that Knox got off?
Knox had a great game.
It's a little
Maybe
both.
I was gonna say maybe both.
I say
I'm gonna lean toward Dirty Dan a little
60-40.
bit.
Knox had a great game, but Dirty Dan helped him out a lot.
He caught that deep one on Bolton too.
Yeah,
On Bolton?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Bolden at the time, Bolden was still trying to get used to the game speed at that time too. Bolden has settled in now, so
Oh yeah, he's come so far.
He's going way better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Who's gonna
but
spy Josh Allen?
yes, Dirty Dan had a terrible game week 5 versus Buffalo.
He did.
I think, was that the last game he started?
Mm-mm.
Did we go
No,
to
they kept
one
him
after
out
that?
there. I don't think so.
I think the last game wasn't the last game against Tennessee, or was it the game before that?
I think it was after Tennessee.
You say yes, Kyle? That was the last game Dan started?
Oh, okay.
Everybody's saying yeah.
All right.
He earned that because
Yeah.
Dan was responsible for at least 14 points in that game.
But we
Mhm.
gave up 40.
Yeah,
We gave up how much?
It was 38-20, the final score.
Oh, okay,
First
yeah.
matchup.
But
Yeah,
between that and the 4 turnovers,
Yeah,
that's a lot of
because
points.
they had a pick six
Mhm.
Mhm.
and an interception. We fumbled a snap late at the end, and then what else happened? We had another turnover.
Gregory
Pringle
Rousseau.
fumbled the kickoff.
Yep, and then Gregory Rousseau, he had a deflection and an interception, I believe. He balled out that night, but since then he hasn't done anything since that game. So
Okay, so all right, tennis. All right, yeah, that makes sense. It was right around that time. That was when the Dan. if you got time to go find the episode, the post game Buffalo game, it got a little physical. It got a little violent. It was some 4-letter words thrown around. My baby. It was some 4-letter words thrown around. We were not happy. We were trying to make Boogie smile at that time.
yeah, things got a little heat around that time.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
Oh yeah, that was terrible too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was so
Oh
terrible.
my God. One of the
Forgot
worst.
That
about
was
that.
so trash.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
Tipping pig times. Yep.
I
matter of
went
fact,
back and watched.
Tyreek had that drop, right? When he caught it.
Yeah, the tip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man.
I went back
It's
and
going to
watched
be a
the
completely
show.
different game.
Yeah, I remember watching the show. Well, we spent like 10 minutes on Josh Gordon because Josh Gordon had just got there.
Yep.
He's a non-factor. And mostly our defense was playing so terrible at the time that nobody really had no confidence. It was just we were just playing terrible at the time. It's definitely a different game. Like, it's a different game. It's gonna be we not the same team. You feel me?
Mhm.
Like, on both sides, Buffalo probably better, and I know we are definitely better than we were week 5.
Oh, a lot better, man. But Caleb, man, that comment cracks me up because, man, look, Dan had Tyron doing that a lot in the beginning of the season,
Oh, my
man.
God.
Like, we was seeing that too much, bro. Tyron was like, dude, what the heck are you doing? Like, man, what the heck y'all doing? What's going on, man? Like, it was crazy. But we ain't seen that in a long time for Tyron. We ain't seen him throw his hands up in a long time, so.
He did it in Cincinnati.
Well, okay, that's an exception, but I guess we was kind of due to have one of those games. But again, there were some other factors that played in that game that we not gonna rehash again. But at the end of the day, man, we should be able to handle business, man. Like the Bills, they've had a good season and all, but I just can't take a team serious. They lost to Jacksonville, bro. I just can't. I can't do it. I just can't. And then another thing, the Bills. After they have these explosive games, after they have these big games, they usually flop. And I've seen a chart that Nick Wright put up about Josh Allen after he has monster games. Like Josh Allen doesn't put it together like 2 games in a row. It's like a roller coaster. Like it's one big game and then the next game he dips, and it's like a significant dip. So
You know what? Speaking of Nick Wright, we are officially starting the campaign. If we make it to the Super Bowl, we got to get Nick Wright on the show. So all our fans, followers, people that love us, let's start the campaign. If we make it to the Super Bowl, we need Nick Wright on the show. We're gonna make it happen. Y'all got me unblocked by Lewis Reddick. I don't know how y'all did that. And that was when we was like small. Like y'all, we only had like 30 subscribers then. So if y'all can do that, then I know we can get Nick Wright on the show.
Anything's possible, man. So we got great viewers here. We got great viewers here. I'm sure we can we can make that happen, man. What'd you say?
So, what you want to do? Scores and predictions?
Yeah, we can do that before we get into the rest of the divisional round matchups. As far as I'll start it off. Like, as far as like prediction, man, Patrick Mahomes gonna go scorched earth again this week. I see a 4 touchdown game from Patrick Mahomes. And Travis Kelce's gonna extend his 100-yard receiving streak that he's on. He's currently at 4 in the postseason. I think that goes to 5. I don't think Milano or Edmonds have anything for him. He's just going to continue to show the world why he's still the best tight end in football. And then, like, another thing, defense going to have a monster game. Chris Jones, if you seen Chris Jones' press conference today, that dude is fired up. He can't wait to get out there and hit somebody, man. If you don't think he's going to have a big game, I don't know what to tell you, dog. Chris Jones can't wait to get out there and wreak havoc and have Josh Allen's footwork all messed up to where he gives up the rock. So, my final score is this, man. The Chiefs, I think they win by 2 touchdowns. It'll be like, since I said Patrick Mahomes got 4 touchdowns, I'm gonna go and say 38 to. That'll be 38-24. So yeah.
Kylie, go.
Yeah, so I think I'm with you. I think the defense is going to have it's going to come out swinging. Frank Clark, I think he's still mad about the roughing the passer. I think he's ready to get all over Josh Allen and then Chris Jones. And I think Patrick's pissed. So I think same thing. He's going to put up some points. And the whole team, I don't know. I'm going to go 34-27 Chiefs, obviously. But, yeah. That's a confident 34-27. Feeling good.
Mm-hmm. We seen it. Go ahead, Boogie.
I'm gonna go 35, 31. Yeah, I think it's gonna be close down to one possession. Chiefs are covered. I think, like I said, offense. I got McCole. He had like 9 catches first time they played. I think they go try to get him the ball. He been getting hot. I think defense. I think Chris Jones the easy route, but like I said earlier, I think we got to get pressure on that line of scrimmage. We got to match that intensity, like you said too earlier, Kylie. Last game they had a lot of roughing the passers, a lot of dirty hits. Mahomes was complaining a little bit. I think we got to be more physical this week, but I do think they got some matchups that's gonna exploit us, like that Knox and that Hughes over on the other end. So I think it's gonna be close. I'm gonna go defense. I'm gonna go Willie Gay because I think we're gonna have him on Knox a little bit. But yeah, 34-31, 35-31.
Man, I'm going with a W. 35. I hate doing scores. I don't want to do no scores, but I think we're gonna win comfortably. I don't think it's. I think not last year. Oh yeah, last year's AFC Championship game. I think it's gonna go like that. It's gonna go back and forth, and then Kansas City's gonna be like, "All right, we tired of playing." Boom, and then They're gonna roll off and rattle off some scores, and then by the time it's gonna be a comfortable victory, just like it was last AFC title game. I think Pat Mahomes is at focus. I think they've been hearing it talk all week, and I just think it's gonna happen. I'm like Nick Wright. Nick Wright said it's more likely we blow them out than they beat us or we lose. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm a little cocky this week. I was cocky in week 5 and I was embarrassed.
Yeah.
Okay, my son made it. So I got the Chiefs winning. Come here.
Yeah, at least you said you got us scoring 5 touchdowns. At least you said that. So
There you go.
but yeah, I forgot to mention this. The only way the Bills got a shot in this game is if they run the ball, man. Like if they continue to get Singletary involved, they'll have a shot at winning this game. But I think I just feel like Singletary is gonna be forgotten, and then the Bills gonna get caught out trying to lean on Josh Allen to win this game, and then it's not gonna work out for them. So
was it the same game?
Trey Songz show was at that game. He sure was.
That was the same game?
I think so, man. But yeah, Trey
That's crazy.
He's going through some stuff right now. He's going through some things right now.
Man, they trying to take Trey out the game, man.
Yeah.
They trying to R. Kelly my boy, man.
Yeah. Man, okay.
We got to
okay.
talk about it.
Yeah, dog.
Nelly.
That's just a weird selection. I'm sorry, man. That's
random.
Weird. Yeah. I don't get that one.
No,
who asked for that?
No, this y'all fault. Y'all complained about Tech 9, so they went out and got a bigger star from Missouri.
But
wait, who complained about Tech 9?
No.
It was a lot. Come on, man. Everybody's complaining about Tech 9.
Well.
I ain't mad at it.
They didn't ask for Nelly. Nobody asked for Nelly, is all I'm going to say.
Kyle just said it. Kyle just said it.
If we lose, Nelly is your fault.
I gotta build that St. Louis market,
bro. Don't do it like that, bro. That's a weird selection, though. But
nah, he from Missouri. They got to build that St. Louis market because they gonna move training camp there in a couple years, man. I keep telling.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. But yeah, let's go and get to the NFC side of this divisional round, man. Let's
who
go ahead.
cares? No.
Nope. We got to do it. So we're gonna go ahead and get to the game I'm looking forward to watching, the Packers and Niners, because the most pressure of any quarterback to win this week is Aaron Rodgers. So we're gonna go across the room on that one. Boogie, I'm gonna start off with you, man. How you think that game's gonna turn out?
I got 49ers. I got them pulling it off.
Okay. Why you think the Niners gonna pull it off?
They always have success against Green Bay. I think they're gonna be able to run the ball. I think Jimmy G is something about him, man. He lucky, man. He gonna pull it off. And it's gonna be like 49ers ain't gonna be able to get rid of this dude. He like Flacco in the playoffs, win-wise. He winning in the playoffs. Every time we talk about he holding 49ers back, but somehow he wins. So I think he pull it off again.
Yeah, he got a high winning percentage as starting quarterback in the Niners. So Kylie, what you got?
So, sorry, Boogie, but I think the Packers are going to win. And they're coming off a bye, and I think Aaron's got a lot to prove. And not saying that Jimmy G doesn't, but they're gonna have to score more points than they did against Dallas to beat the Packers, and they're gonna have to do a little bit more. I know Bosa's back, I think, so he cleared concussion protocol, I think, so that'll be helpful for them. But I still think the Packers are gonna. At home, I think the Packers are gonna win.
Okay. Country, what you got, man?
Leave Boogie alone in his picks.
What about the other ones I got right? But yeah.
Yeah, they ain't bring that up.
Yeah, Boogie should have known. Boogie should have known that.
Look, I hate to leave Boogie out on the island like this, but I think it's gonna be the Packers too. I Jimmy G did play good, and then he tried to lose that game to the Cowboys, but the Cowboys wouldn't let him. It's gonna be cold. I don't know though, because it's gonna be cold enough that they're gonna be running the ball a lot. So that might take the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands. But he gonna come up with something crazy. They'll win 22-21 or something crazy like that.
Hey, don't Packers got 10 players coming back from injury?
Yeah, they got a lot of people coming back too.
Yeah, Jair's coming back. I think Zadarius Smith. I think it was another one that's coming back. So,
how long they been out though? You gotta factor that in too though.
Oh yeah, they've been out for a minute. But Boogie's not alone on the island. I want to say island is Boogie, man. Running games travel. Running games travel. Like people keep talking about, oh, Jimmy G's hot garbage. Jimmy G not the guy. Like, listen, Jimmy G may not have to make that many plays. And I think the last time they played against each other, Jimmy G didn't have to throw the ball much just because the Niners were running all over them. The Packers' run defense is not good. They still haven't figured that out. And you got Elijah Mitchell, and you got to worry about Deebo Samuel line up in the backfield, lining up everywhere. That's a problem. That's gonna create a lot of mismatches. And at the end of the day, man, that Niners offensive line is just too good. They're gonna keep Aaron Rodgers off the field, and I think it's gonna get to the point late in the game when the pressure really builds up. Aaron Rodgers is gonna come up short again. So I got the Niners, man. I think the Niners gonna be your only upset of the week. And they got something for Devontae, too. They're not going to let Devontae go crazy like they did in that Sunday night matchup. They'll make sure that doesn't happen again.
He go eat.
Defense.
So, yeah, because but Bosa and Warner, they're going to play. So,
yeah,
that's going to be huge for the Niners defense.
What's the other what's Rams Bucks?
Yep, Rams Bucks is the other matchup.
I think I got the Rams because I think them injuries finally gonna catch up with Tampa Bay. They've been living dangerously for a few weeks, and I think it's gonna catch up to them.
Kyle, I said divisional round. What are you talking about? Anyway,
I agree. I think the Rams are going to win. I think this is the end of the line for Tom and the Bucks. The Rams are going to come out and win.
No, Tom too vain for that. He ain't gonna quit.
Oh no, I just mean this season. No, he'll still be here. He'll be here to piss us all off. But just this season.
I was about to say Tom might play till he's 50 years old.
God help us all.
I'm serious.
We'll see, man. Boogie, what you got?
I got Bucks, man.
Really?
I think Bucks pull it off.
Okay. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
I still don't trust Stafford like that, man. He had a good game last week, but I still don't trust Stafford. I think Brady and Evans gonna be enough. Gronk, they'll do a little something, man. They'll have enough just to win. Brady will have a managing game.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I might just change my pick. I forgot, man. Stafford. I'm gonna stick with the Rams, but man, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Paul, thank you.
I'm sticking with Rams.
Paul just mentioned it, dog. Paul just mentioned it. That Bucks Rams game is gonna have the officiating crew that's thrown the most flags in the league this season. So you know what that means. If Brady got to get carried to the finish line, he'll get carried to the finish line. But if football terms, man, Brady has won with less before, man. I mean, this is nothing new to him. Like, a Tom Brady-led team, he always has his guys prepared. He always has his guys held accountable. Everything, man. So, and for the Rams, if you want to talk about the coach that's under the most pressure to win this weekend, it's Sean McVay. Because, I mean, look, the Rams, they went all in with these trades. They don't have much draft capital over maybe the next 10 years or so. I mean, you're invested. You know what I mean? Like, you got to win. But at the end of the day, man, I just don't think – I think talent-wise, the Rams can hang with the Bucks. But at the end of the day, man, Matthew Stafford, man, I don't trust him, man. I don't trust him in a situation like this. I feel like the Bucks defense, they healthy at the right time, and they can force Matthew Stafford into some turnovers. Like, If they front seven gets enough pressure, I think they front seven can get some pressure and force Stafford into some bad throws because he's the type of guy that will put that ball up and throw it up for grabs. So in the end, man, Brady's gonna look sharp and do his thing. I got the Buccaneers, man.
All right, man. Y'all gonna kill me for this, but yeah, I'm changing my pick. I'm going.
What?
I'm going with the,
Oh, okay, fine. I'll stick with the Rams by myself. Whatever. Whatever.
I'm sorry.
I don't go back on my decision. I'm
I
picking
was
Rams.
Time
with
out.
Tom Brady. My bad.
RJ,
Tom Brady ain't hurt.
All
RJ, here
right.
you go, RJ. RJ, here you go. Talking about go to bed. RJ, you know what time it is with Tom Brady. Come on, man. That's Goodell's golden boy. It is what it is, dog. Like, come on, man.
All right.
You know this. You know this.
Country switch
Get him.
sides.
I'm sorry, bro.
Caleb.
I just looked at
hold on.
Boogie's face. Boogie was like, man, I know you ain't changed. I had to change one.
Hey, country doing the right thing, man. But hold on, Caleb. Caleb, it's not gonna be a tremendous failure if the Rams lose. Losing to
Yes,
Tom
it
Brady.
is.
Oh,
No, yes,
Listen,
it is.
losing to Tom Brady's not a tremendous failure, bro. Like
Losing to
it is
Tom
what it
Brady when you
is.
went out and got Von Miller, OBJ, Jalen Red, all them people. Yes, that's a failure.
they gotta get to the
It's a
they gotta get to
failure.
the Super Bowl. Yeah, they can't lose right now, bro.
It's a failure, but you're losing to like arguably the greatest quarterback that ever played the game, dude. Like,
Bruh,
nah,
no. They spent too much to get. No.
I
They
feel
spent
that,
too
y'all.
much to go out in the divisional round, bro. No.
I feel that, bro. But we know what it is with Tom Brady. We know what it is with him, man.
All right. Well, my picks are written in text because they're on Twitter, and I'm not going back. I'm not changing my mind.
Dang.
And
My pick
we'll see what
written in pencil.
happens at the end of the weekend, and all this plays out. And I could be wrong, but I'm sticking with it.
My pick written in pencil. Because
all right.
hey, I've seen Tom Brady do it too many times, bro. I've seen him do it too many times. But I agree though. Rams lose this game, that's a failure. A huge monumental failure. Again. You can't lose this game.
Hey man, listen. I hope they pull it off, but I just don't think they will, man. There's too many factors. There's too many factors against the Rams, man. Way too
I
many
don't
factors
care
against the
Tom
Rams.
Brady, Vince Lombardi, and whoever else is on defense. You cannot lose this game.
Come
And
on,
another
Brady.
thing,
Win. We need to play. We trying to play them in the Super Bowl, man. Come on, Brady.
and another thing. If Leonard Fournette comes back, the Rams are really in trouble because the Rams they don't like to get physical, dog. They a finesse team. They do not like getting physical. Like you can get physical with them and beat them up. Especially if the Buccaneers had their full offensive line back for this game. Offensive line for this game because I know Jensen and Wirfs they questionable to play right now. We'll see if they give it a go. But even if they down those guys, man, Brady, it's just tough. It's tough to defend them pre-snap because you really got to disguise. Really got to disguise the looks, and then show them something different after the snap. So Brady won't just pick you apart, man. And that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be extremely tough for the Rams.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm watching football all night, all day, man. We got great matchups. Shouldn't be a bad game. Last week we had a couple sleep fests. This week we should have all exciting games. That Bengals Titans should be exciting. Every game, man. It should be a good game every game.
It's gonna be a good weekend. Hopefully.
Yeah, let me ask you real quick. Which was the worst game of a wild card weekend? Which was the worst game to watch, in y'all opinion?
Buffalo Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That wasn't even competitive.
Yeah. There were a lot of bad ones.
I took a nap when the Bills went up 21-0. I was like, all right, they're going to win this game. I just took a nap. I didn't watch the rest of that game because I knew. So yeah, man, that's going to do it for the show tonight. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment on all your social media platforms. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We look forward to another victory. Look forward to going to the AFC Championship game, and we'll see who it is. it's gonna be a tough opponent either way. Any final thoughts from you guys before we get out?
I tell you what, win or lose, we're gonna be here after the game. If we win, it's gonna be beautiful. If we lose, it's gonna be must-see TV.
Oh,
Either way it
Yeah.
goes, it's gonna be must-watch.
we don't want to
We've
lose.
been here
to
for
Josh
an
Allen
hour,
right now.
RJ.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
really tempo was off. That Cardinals Rams though.
I'll tell you what though,
That pissed me off.
if the Bengals win tomorrow, we might do a after show for that because you might need to talk about that with the quickness.
At least the space or something, man. That's gonna be nice
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. Check us into space later.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyler Murray. Did Kyler Murray ruin his whole – did he ruin his trajectory with that playoff game? Because he looked terrible.
It was embarrassing. I'll
Yeah,
say that.
not good.
When we
But
pick a
Cliff
young
didn't-
quarterback season,
But Cliff
a lot
didn't
of
do
them
him no
are-
favors. Cliff didn't do him no favors though with the play call. That play call was trash. Like they ain't even tried to run the ball, man.
Hey, man, he didn't look good at all, bro. Kyler didn't look good. He done fell down. Excuse
He
me.
definitely stunk it up, man.
He up there with Lamar Jackson. You think Lamar better though?
Don't get us started. Don't
All
do
right.
it.
All
And
right,
on that
y'all.
note,
We out of here, y'all. Let's go, Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.